So here's a quick hoist update. There's nothing fun to watching a guy sit here with a wire wheel on an angle grinder and spin rust off of metal. So I saved you the pain. And I put a good solid coat of primer on there. You can see it's starting to dry. This Rust-Oleum says it needs 24 hours before you can top coat it. And you know, today I'm going to actually believe it. I'm going to believe it and leave it alone. I did paint it underneath the little woodshed lean-to thing here. First of all, it keeps the little hairs that fall out of the eucalyptus trees from sticking to the paint, which is always frustrating. And secondly, it allows me to keep it here overnight without having to worry about that morning dew affecting the paint. Dew. And I don't have to move it because this shit is heavy. None of these pieces are light, you know. Nothing's light about this. And I've got it set up. Here's actually what I think might be even remotely interesting about this part of the video, is kind of how I have things set up. I have these pipe clamps, which I use a lot. I use a lot in building wood stuff. And I've used them in welding projects before as well, but I hadn't done this before. On these long tubes, I clamped a 2x4, am I stupid? I clamped a freaking angle iron to the top of these crappy little Stanley plastic sawhorses. I call them crappy because, well, they're crappy, but they're actually kind of decent because I have beat the living tar out of these for the last 8 or 9 years. 8 years at least, I think. And they haven't collapsed under the weight of anything too stupid that I put on there. But nonetheless, I take the nice long pipe clamps, I run them all the way through. I clamp the pipe clamps to the angle iron, and that keeps them from falling. Because there's just no, there's not a tree or anything, post or anything I can hang all these from, which would make it kind of easy. So this way I can spray it, give it a quarter turn, spray it, make sure the edges are covered real well, give it a quarter turn until I get them all the way around, and do that for all the pieces. And well, it seemed to work. So every part on this hoist, if this is even, let me get out of the way here, if this is even remotely, mosquitoes, if this was even remotely interesting to y'all, the parts that I did sand down were really usable. This one here has got a little bit of, but that's like the other side. This is a cross brace, and it's not that, I don't see that as being hypercritical. That still has the majority of its steel in there, and that's 1/4 inch steel, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. Everything else, as you can see, or maybe see, cleaned up really nice. It must have been a powder coat versus a paint, because it was pretty stubborn to get the paint off, and I probably got 90% of it off. This is not a show hoist. I'm not going to haul it around this summer to cherry picker shows and put it in the show. I just need it to not rust anymore. There were 2 pieces that I had to replace, and let me show you that. So these are the side straps that strap to the base. One side straps to the base, the other side straps to this here, which is the upright, the vertical post, and the ram sits there, and these straps bolt into this bolt, and then they come down and attach here. Wait a minute, here. Let's see that shit. I mean, really, is there a point of reference here that makes anything sense? No, but anyhow, these are 3/16 by 1.5 inches. They're about 47 inches long, and as soon as I started hitting this with a wire, I knew they were in bad shape, but boy oh boy, as soon as I started hitting it with the wire wheel, I started seeing, let's see if I can get you some good views here. Anyway, it looks like this thing sat underneath a frickin' barge for the last 10 years. Way too pitted. There's a couple areas, and I didn't even finish spinning it off because it just got to be too ugly. Yeah, look at this. That rust hole there is almost all the way through. It's hard for me to see if I'm even too close on this. I probably am. Sorry guys if it's blurry. But like that, for example, and it's almost all the way through. And I'd be really sad if one or both of these straps fail, because I imagine they are a remotely critical piece in keeping this vertical post vertical, especially if you got something heavy hanging off of it. I don't have my gloves on right now, but I should kick that over just a hair. I'm probably gonna drop it in the dirt. There it goes. Yes, a little run. You know what? Who cares about the run? It's not going to the cherry picker show this month. So, I don't know, there's a run here. I can't keep that one. I'm so stupid. I should just walk away. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good save on this engine picker. The only thing that is really, like I said, critical enough to had to be replaced is this. Everything else cleaned up quite nice. Plenty of meat left in all this steel. Mostly surface rust. I don't know. It sat in the weeds for so many years. I don't know why it didn't deteriorate farther, but this is the worst of it right here. But I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I had these in inventory, and actually I priced them out if I went and paid what I know would be top dollar. If I went to Home Depot, these are about 12 bucks a piece for 3/16 by 1.5" by 48. $11.95 I think is what they wanted for them. So even if I had to buy them, it'd only be about 25 bucks. But I didn't. Oh, well, I bought them at some point in time. I just had them in my inventory left over from some project. So yeah. Oh, there's the hawk. Oh, the crows are pissed. So I guess I'll have to be tricky tomorrow. It's going to be interesting because these are going to go the green, and then the legs, the 4 legs are going to go black. And I've already thought out this color scheme, right? The 4 legs are going to go black, and the boom, the inside of the boom is going to go black, and the new legs, which are buried in the shed somewhere, I've actually got to go pull those out. I think I'm going to do the legs in black as well, and then do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces in that hunter green. The wheels will be that hammered bronze, and all the hardware will be new. All the bolts will be zinc, silver. All right, so that's my Saturday afternoon for this project. Now I've got yard work to do. Yay! All right, first harvest of the season. First harvest of the season will be my lunchtime snack. Not the only thing I'm gonna eat for lunch, but it's gonna be a snack. Stupid kids. Gonna slice them up, put them in a little vinegar. Yummy! It's about 6:45 on the same day, Saturday. I just can't leave well enough alone. I should have walked away from this project when it had primer on it, but it was such a beautifully warm day. See, and then the problem is now I've sprayed my legs and they're very wet. I just put another coat on, but shit, see, stuff from the tree falls on it. Organics. Oh well, it's all right. I should have flipped them all, so because this is where the casters, the casters. If I had gloves on, I would do it that way, but it'll be fine. Yeah, well, I'm gonna let it dry and stop poking at it. So those are the legs, the 4 expandable feet. There's the boom. It's like Jurassic Park, man. That shit's sealed. Stupid trees. And there are the straps. Those are the new straps. Well, out of my inventory straps. I replicated the bends. You got the bends. Drilled some 1/2-inch holes. There's the green. Oh yeah, it's gonna be mean and green. And that worked out splendidly. See, but under this cover of this roof here, this is not getting funky funk in it, which is actually better because this stuff is more visible than the black legs. Yeah. Oh, why do I touch things? Why do I do that? I don't know. That's a good question. I should just leave things alone. Yeah. So I think I'm going to assemble this thing tomorrow on Sunday. I don't think my tool guy is around on Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. Because he's got a ram there for me. He got a ram there for me. I just have to go pick it up. Let's see how this works out. See you guys tomorrow.